I've got Ada Konobi, a research analyst with the economic unit of financial derivatives company, joining me now on the program. Good morning to you, Ada. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm sure you listened to the conversation I had with Karim Jubrin earlier in the day when we were talking about oil prices. And are your thoughts different? Are you optimistic that the prices will continue to remain at this level where they are at the moment, $51.90 a barrel?
To be honest with you, any news that comes into the market now drive prices to every direction. But I believe that most refineries are going into maintenance season probably by this time of the year. So I expect oil prices to actually trade at this moment, but it might just drop slightly. But I don't think it's going to bottom out to $40 per barrel anymore. I think this is it right now.
Yeah, but then the price of cocoa futures have continued to face south. Harvest isn't looking too good. Even though the last time we had a conversation, it seemed as if things were going to turn out better.
Actually, cocoa prices are dropping compared to what it was. It's about $3,092 per metric ton. And this is because harvest season is approaching, particularly in West Africa. So we have the main crop harvest season in September, October. So generally, if harvest season approaches, there's that belief that there's going to be more supply, and this is what is pushing cocoa prices down. But we don't know how long this is going to go for, because we know that there's a bit of political instability in Ivory Coast, and we know that Ivory Coast is one of the largest producer of cocoa. So this might just be short-lived, but we'll continue to monitor the market to know how this goes.
And then we've seen that sugar futures have climbed to about 25%, and on our domestic market, we started tracking the domestic commodity spot prices here on the show. We see the sugar is selling for 8,500 naira per bag in Lagos. That's about 50 kilograms.
Yes,
that's the bag we're looking at. And then in Onitsha, it's selling for 10,000 naira per bag. This is not it's not interesting times for those people, for those companies, those FMCGs that use sugar a lot in their production.
Yes, generally, even in the global market, sugar prices are going up because main producers like Brazil and India are going through some production shortfall. We know that there's dryness in Brazil and India. Most of these sugar organizations are cutting down production forecasts in these regions, and we know that there's going to be a sugar deficit of about 22% compared to what figures were as at August. So generally, globally, sugar prices are going down, and in Nigeria, generally, sugar prices are going up. And in Nigeria as well, sugar prices are going up. That is the market charter we had previous yesterday. So I believe it's going to start affecting even domestic production because of what is happening in the global market.
So if it's affecting domestic production in terms of how much are you looking at in percentage-wise now? How much are you expecting to see these companies affected?
Most of these companies use sugar, specifically most FMCG companies, and it will eventually feed off in the cost of the total production or end product. So if they get sugar at a more expensive price, it will play out in the cost of the final product. So we believe that prices of finished products that use sugar should be higher.
What about the ones that like for instance, now we see that a bag of cassava is selling, that's bag of gari,
yes,
selling at 6,000 naira here in Lagos, but 5,000 naira in Onitsha. Well, we don't have any prices for Kano. But I'm beginning to wonder, gari is one of the most staple foods that every household virtually feeds on. But why do we still see the price of this commodity rising? Don't we have more cassava farmers anymore, or more processing of cassava into gari anymore?
Generally, in Nigeria, I believe that we need to encourage more agricultural activities in this country. We have weather conditions might affect production, and we know what's happening in the north, the insurgency. A lot of things are affecting agri-commodity production, domestic agri-commodity production now, and as well we have transport costs. So mostly transporting most products to the north is quite expensive at this moment because of what is happening, the insurgency in the north. So there's a lot of market movement, there's a lot of price volatility, and this is something that we'll have to continue to monitor and know exactly what is happening to give reasons.
Well, just so that our viewers know, that's the domestic commodity spot prices for today. Most of the prices are weighted against 50-kilogram bags, and so you have the price of rice. A 10-kilogram bag of rice is 10,000 naira. For sugar, you have it at 8,500. For flour, it's for 6,600. And for palm oil, about 25 liters of palm oil goes for 6,300. Now, most likely, these prices are going to continue to change, not just because of the weather, but because we're approaching the holiday season, where, you know, there's going to be a lot of buying of such commodities to either give us gifts or to cook for the season.
Yes, we believe that as at December or January, prices will actually skyrocket and people will buy because it's the festive season. But then prices might start to drop again. And we know that palm oil prices in the East particularly are going up because of the rainfalls are affecting harvest. So it's quite difficult for farmers to cut down trees and to process palm oil. So that is what is increasing palm oil prices. But we know that looking forward, as the festive season approaches, we expect prices to trend higher.
That's for palm oil?
For most of these commodities.
Most of the commodities.
Most of the domestic commodities.
Oh, well. Thank you so much, Ada, for coming on the program this morning. And, of course, this is one new segment that we've added, this domestic commodities spot prices, you know, to this segment of the program. And we'll continue to track those numbers for you. And I always have, you folks from the Financial Derivatives Company coming in to, you know, shed more light on it for us.
Thank you.
Ada Konobi is a research analyst with the Economic Unit at Financial Derivatives Company. They're giving us a look at the commodity prices, commodity spot prices. Of course, on the domestic front, is a good time for you to go to the market. The prices are looking good. It's also a good time for you to stock up and prepare for the holidays, which are very fast approaching. But that's the program for today. Many thanks for spending time with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Have a profitable day.